You want me to put that on my Tudor?
This one's wife. Don't be scared. Predator vibes. Hello, I'm HG Tudor. This one's wife is a predator. She is a predator because she preys on other people to enable her to thrive and survive. She preys on people by way of controlling them through a variety of benign and malign manipulations, so that she can draw fuel from them, which is the sustenance of the narcissist. She preys on people to take aspects of their character, to apply to her own, to create a construct through which she can then control more people. This is because she has no actual sense of self, and therefore her narcissism has to create an image which shapeshifts and alters dependent upon circumstances, and invariably utilizes the experiences and characteristics of other people, which her narcissism steals and applies for the purposes of the benefit of this one's wife. She preys on people for the purposes of using them so that they are seen to support her, using them for the purposes of gaining money from them, using them so they say nice things about her to assist with the management of her facade, using people to promote her, to get access to other individuals. Her narcissism causes her to operate as a predator to get to the prime aims, whereby all other people are simply prey to her. They're not lovers, or a husband, or a friend, or a colleague. They're prey. And interestingly, a recent report about something that she wrote gave off certain predator vibes, which naturally one such as I was able to recognize immediately. But more about that in a moment. Let's find out what's given rise to this and what's actually going on. Vanessa Cerner, writing for Page 6, leads with the headline, "This one's wife claps back at scared podcaster with cheeky handwritten note." This one's wife cheekily responded to podcaster Amanda Hirsch after the latter shared she was scared about the hate the actress would receive for the new Netflix series With Love, Meghan. The not skinny but not fat host took to Instagram to share a photo of the Duchess of Sussex's handwritten note she sent 2 weeks after her show released. "Dear Amanda, I heard you were feeling scared. Don't be. This is the fun part. Let's enjoy it," this one's wife wrote. You can see in the thumbnail the note that was issued. First of all, it has that ridiculous royal cipher for somebody who doesn't want to have anything to do with the royal family. She continues to exhibit her hypocrisy by having her initial with a crown above it. And then we see the ridiculous handwriting. "Dear Amanda, I heard you were feeling scared. Don't be. This is the fun part. Let's enjoy it. As ever, this one's wife." Adding some elongated curves to certain letters, and you can see what's interesting here is that she does it after she's written the actual word. So what she does is she writes, "Dear Amanda, I heard you were feeling scared. Don't be. This is the fun part. Let's enjoy it. As ever, this one's wife." And then you can see, because the curve doesn't emanate naturally from the letter, and that's particularly obvious in relation to the D of Amanda, the D of heard, the F of feeling, and also the A of as. You can see that it doesn't flow naturally from the letter. And so she writes ordinarily in cursive in a way which would be fairly decent handwriting. And that's all it is. It's not actual calligraphy that she's engaging in. It's just handwriting, cursive handwriting. And it's fairly neat as it goes. But then what she does is she goes back and she adds these curves on the top to make it look more than it actually actually is, which of course is demonstrative of what a false individual this one's wife is. It's not even natural when it comes to her handwriting. So it's not natural when it comes to her handwriting, and also it's not calligraphy, demonstrating yet again what a fraud that she is. So the actual way that she's written it is fraudulent and smacks of the image creation that this one's wife engages in. The report continues, "Oh my Duchess," which was misspelt by Hirsch, and she captioned the post with that and included a screenshot of her original scared comment shared under a trailer for this one's wife series. The influencer saw the note as an honour and wrote via her story that she was framing the parchment. "Beyond shook, beyond spiralling." Good Lord. "Did I smell the paper? Yes. Do I want my own monogram? Yes. Am I absolutely flabbergasted and obsessed? Fuck, yes. At this one's wife, you have a fan for life." On January the 2nd, Hirsch posted her reaction to the With Love Meghan trailer on Instagram, explaining she was nervous for this one's wife because she didn't want the series to make the inauthentic claims about her even stronger. Well, that fear wasn't removed because it did make them all the stronger. The podcaster said the trailer looked forced and didn't appear that the Suits Allen was coming across as relatable to reviewers. Well, she was right at all. She clarified that she wasn't a hater at all. Well, there we are. That's the post that was put up there. Now, first of all, this just smacks of being a setup, doesn't it? That this one's wife has decided, look, this individual has put up a post. What I'll do is say, don't be scared. Everything's going to be all right. Let's enjoy it. Almost as if she was invited to write that in the first place, and then she would respond, and then, of course, she would know that that would end up on that person's social media, all part of the campaign to convince everybody that this one's wife isn't a bully and a narcissist, that she's actually a lovely person. Once again, her attempts to nullify the threat to control with regard to what her reputation is backfire, as it's evidently a manipulation. A less than subtle attempt to persuade us all that she's a lovely person, with her ridiculous handwritten note, with the swirly bits added afterwards, trying to convince us all that, look, everything's all right and you don't have to be scared, that she's exhibiting supposed concern for this individual. She's not. I suspect as well that Hirsch is a somewhat attention-seeking individual. I don't know anything at all about her, but one gains that impression by her melodramatic reaction to it. But from this one's wife's perspective, her response is done not out of any genuine concern for Hirsch's well-being, that she might actually be scared, but it's all done as part of attempting to manage that facade to make her look like she's a lovely person. And naturally, she is dependent upon that appearing on the Instagram of Amanda Hirsch, which it does, which then assists this one's wife in that regard. But what about the predator vibes that come from it? Well, when I read it, I was put in mind of, for instance, a rapist with their prey saying, "I hear you're feeling scared. Don't be. This is the fun part. Let's enjoy it." And that a wide-eyed, gagged and bound victim sits there terrified as the perpetrator of a crime runs a finger down the side of their face. The words that she's written there naturally are devoid of emotional empathy because this one's wife hasn't got any. And the way that it's written immediately stood out to me as being the comments that a predator would make. This scenario that I've just described immediately jumped into mind. But it could be, for instance, where somebody has got hold of somebody that they're going to beat up. "I heard you're feeling scared. Don't be. This is the fun part. Let's enjoy it." i.e., don't be scared. I've got no emotional empathy for you. This is the fun part because I'm a sadist. Let's enjoy this, which means I'm going to enjoy it. But my high-handed arrogance and dismissiveness of your situation and your well-being means that you are going to enjoy this too. The whole phraseology of it really stood out for me in that way. I'd be interested to know what you think with regard to that observation. But once again, here we have this one's wife demonstrating what a fraud she is, with her ridiculous cipher, her ridiculous handwriting, her ridiculous sentiments, which she knew and relied upon appearing on social media, once again in the pursuit of the prime aims. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for listening.